today's plan is we'll give you a bit of a look behind the scenes. Downstairs at the factory, about 95% of what we make and sell is made here. So give you a bit of an insight. I suppose a bit of a background on Racesafe. I think first and foremost, we're a British manufacturer and a family business. Business started in the 70s by my grandparents. They had a country store and started making a few stocks, a few sets of racing silks and things like that on the kitchen table, and things rather sort of developed from there. My father then got involved in the 80s, and it's sort of the dawn of body protection really, and sort of at the very early days of beta and developing those safety standards. We've always tried to make body protectors to the latest safety standards, the most stringent standards available worldwide, but combining that with making the most comfortable and unrestrictive designs. We've got in-house specialist production here. That gives us complete control over everything that goes out the door. But it also means that we can constantly evolve products weekly, and I think hopefully what you'll see, we'll try and point out a bit as we go around, is it's those sort of small details. It's a millimetre difference in thickness here, a slight change in a chamfer angle there, tweaking a density of some foams, combining some new foams that sort of add up to make the difference really, and sort of separate out our products from the rest.
I think most of you know now the Motion 3. It is our core body protector. It's basically the result of years and years of iterations from some of the things that you've probably seen through there, to what we hopefully have now as the most comfortable, lightweight body protector that we offer. The HX3 is, again, a level 3 body protector. Your Hex, or your HX3, is a little bit more of a everyday riding body protector because it has the shoulder adjustment in there. So we're really focusing it on the kind of younger market, the children that are growing, that basically it'll grow with you slightly. Your Motion Air. So again, I think most of you are hopefully familiar with this. We launched this just over a year ago now, and it's our hybrid offering that we have designed in conjunction with Helite. So the Motion Air is designed to basically attach onto your Motion body protector with the little tab that you have on the front of the Motion. And the idea is that it will offer like the ultimate level of protection, having your air jacket and also your body protector combined into one. So once you've attached them all together, they basically act like one combined jacket. So you can see it still gives you that really, really high neck coverage, offers complete coverage down your back, but keeps the slimline profile, and it just spins around. And on the front here, it covers everything to the bottom of your ribs, to give you that, but without kind of getting in your way. It doesn't move, it doesn't separate from the body protector. And something that is with this model is because it's designed to be worn over your body protector, we don't have the kind of hip protection on the side, but what that does mean is that gives you your side-to-side movement, so it allows you to naturally kind of collapse and fall as you would when you're coming off the horse, to not make you stiff and more likely to get injured. You have that natural kind of bend and roll. And we have got the Motion Light, which is our level 2 back protector. So that is a motorcycle standard level 2 back protector, which is kind of the common standard that people use for back protectors on the market. And it offers spine protection in a really, really lightweight, slim garment that you can put on underneath your show jacket or underneath your coat. So it's kind of invisible protection, but again, just that bit that really is important over your spine has got the highest level 2 protection.
I'm Susie Berry, and these are all my eventers. mostly anyway, but we'll have a little mooch round and have a look. But I was just going to show you the yard before I get on the giant horse to ride. He's massive. Okay. Too big. Yeah. We don't put a stick near him. I should say 17.2. Something like that. But yeah, well, we go and have a little mooch around and then we'll meet the ponies. It used to be an old dairy and they had 80 cows in here before, and then Ron, the guy that owns it now, bought it and renovated it to be what looks like a purpose-built yard, but it's pretty cool. It's really well ventilated, and I think the horses are really chill here. Even if I've had some that have come with sort of presumptions of being a bit sharp. Oh yes, Arthur. Yes, you're perfect. They're not here. They're always quite chill. So it's quite cool. Yeah, I didn't on purpose go for the mint green. That wasn't intentional. But the ones on the wall are horses that I've done 4-star or above on. So this one here is actually, I think I was 18. That was my first 4-star horse. She was called Carstenstein Athena. I bought her as a 4-year-old and did juniors, young riders, the works on it. And then the next one he's a horse called Monbeg by Design. And he is on the yard, but Chrissy now rides him. And he did world championships, Le Moulin 5-star twice, and just perfect. We call him Perfect Arthur. He's a real dude, just always does what you ask him to do and doesn't ask why. He just is like, yeah, and loves it. This is like our wash bay kind of area. We have the stocks, to be honest. We don't really use it that much. We use it for the dentist and that's about it, to be honest. But it's quite a handy thing to have. And then Chrissy does her plaiting in one of these 3 beautician areas. We've got heat lamps that thankfully don't need at the minute, which is quite cool. And then the bottom 2 are wash bays. They have warm water and cold water, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool area. So mostly they're all owners' horses, but myself and my other half, we try and have a few young ones to sell on. So actually this is one that we did own. He's a 5-year-old. He's called Purple Rain, and he was second at Burley in the 4-year-olds. And I've just sold him to Ron, who owns the yard, for me to keep, which is really exciting. He's beautiful. He's really, really smart. He says, what about me? Yes, you're also owned by Ron, and also 5. So I turn out 24 hours a day kind of thing, and all year round, which I'd say is my best thing about this yard, to be honest. He's new to me, so he's a 7-year-old that we bought from Harry Horgan, and yeah, I've done 2 shows, and he's been really cool. He's quite green, but really cool, really nice horse, so hopefully he shows that today. He's at Osborne this weekend on Sunday. And he was a bit green at, his last run was at Kelsall Hill in the 2-star. And he was a bit green cross country, so that's why I was like, oh, he can do it today and do a few more skinnies with an audience, which I might regret, but it's good for him. He feels like that at a show. He's really like, knows what he's doing, but a bit distracted. So like he was really good at his lines because I had him back, but if I was just letting him gallop and jump, he was a bit like, oh, person, oh, car, oh, whatever else. So it'll be good for him today to see everyone. But I think a lot of him, even though he's enormous, I think he's really fancy, and he's a really nice person to work with. You teach him something and he really thinks about it, and he comes back the next day and he's like, got it. So that's pretty cool quality to have. He's quite a laid back character. And he's been to see him at his shows, which has been really nice. Not being stressed. Ooh. Just go as a bounce there, Chrissy. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy.
Welcome, and please feel very welcome and use this couple of hours that you're here. We're a very open space. Video, photos, whatever. This is your time, and you know, all you guys have in connections with Racesafe, please feel that you get everything out of this. Ask whatever questions you want, photos, videos, everything, and enjoy your day. I've been at this yard for 12 years? Well done, Sam. We're very, very lucky. It is a beautiful yard, and I'm very proud of our horses. It's a real happy place, and we've had many great times from here. We don't own it, sadly, we just rent here, but it is a really cool place for eventing. We'll go and have a good wander around and show you around everything. We're going to go and have a good walk around the yard that you can ask about what goes on here, and I was going to ride a horse as well for you all, so we can have a good chat about that. Still got some pizza eaters. They were good though, weren't they? Are they not good? They're good. I thought they were good. The Pimm's is better. I've just brought you for a little leg stretch, get the pizza moving. As you just walk by the gallop track there, which runs past the edge of the school and down the hedge line to the bottom, just where you meet the other hedge there at the bottom. You can see a little post and rail fence, just a short bit if you've got good eyes, but you need quite good eyes. And so this is our own private gallops. We don't hire them out or anything, so I'm really very, very spoiled. And it's an amazing facility to have. It's 3.5 furlongs long and really steep. Goes till that hedge up to the top, that top bit. Our personal trainer gets us to try and run up it. It's just not okay. And so it's really good, you know, for the horses. We do a lot, you know, when they're building up and fitness, I'd start walking up it to start with, and actually it really gets the heart rate going, just, you know, walking and getting horses strong. You saw driving in, there probably wasn't many out when you came in. We could have a lot out at night at the minute because the weather's so good. I like that. I like them to be out as much as they can be. I'm very keen on them not being in a stable 23 hours a day and just being ridden and back in. Their day would rotate from you know, whether it's 20 minutes in the morning on the walker, ridden exercise, hand walk, hand graze, field, something later on, just so. I went to Carl Hester's once for a winter, and he always said to me, a sound horse is a moving horse, so don't have them stood in the whole time, keep them moving. So we try and do that. So another really cool facility. I'm very lucky, you know, wagons parked just outside there. We do have a door at the back out there that can open, so every time you unload the wagon of sweaty, muddy, horrible stuff, straight in for the room just beside, you'll see big industrial washing machines. So, you know, and drying rails, everything's, you know, been designed or tried to help a, you know, operation that's back at 11 o'clock at night and goes again at God knows what time the next morning, of keeping kit washed and you know, pruned for the next day. But here is a great room of just the fact that, you know, there's space and you can see it's not all in cupboards, and it's like you can organise where you want it to be and see, rather than we've all been through that trunk trying to find the rug at the bottom and flinging it all out, and it ends up being a bit of a dumping place. I'm not going to lie. That it's like there can be a lot of stuff in here, but we all have stuff and a lot of stuff. So it does work well, and you can see all the labels there, all the sponsors' poly pads, and it's important for the girls. You know, the grooms have to be pretty switched on when we go to events, of thinking which horse needs what poly pad on it, who sponsors the event. You know, sometimes I go to an event and Dodson and Hole sponsors the event. Ghastly looking thing. Horrible thing. And then you go to like Sullyhole 90 or something, and you come back with some fluffy, I don't know, but there's a few different, I don't know what Burley probably looks like. World Championships, Young Horse Championships. That was the 6-year-old one at Leon. I doubt I've had too many bangs to the head. That looks like another Badminton hideous thing. We're just completing. There you go, look. Mitsubishi Motors. Badminton Horse Trials. Does it even say year? No. No. Anyway, here looks like Burley maybe. Winner. 2022 Burley. That was a... Yeah, that one was a nice... That one looked a bit classy. When you put it on the pony, it looked quite nice. This is the barn, and so we've got 24 stables here. We've got 10 along this side, and they look in and out. We've got windows out the back, and then we've got 7 on the inside that just look in, and 7 on the outside that just look out. So you can sort of break the yard up to a horse's personal needs. Hello. This is a little mare called Global Jazz. She is on the Hong Kong team, their system, and I've just started doing a bit of coaching for them cross country. So quite a big waste of space really, but a large tack room. We could have had a couple more stables or a flat above top, so my husband and child could have come and lived in here. And MCS Maverick. So this is a new ride to me that Pippa Funnell had for the last 2 years. And he was at Badminton Horse Trials last year, and I think he was 9th. And Pipsy's sort of great friend of mine, and she thinks that maybe her days are done of scaring herself trying to do badminton and Burley. And so after many wittering conversations of what we're all doing, she said, would I come and try him? And the owner was keen for me to ride him. So we've got a bit of a syndicate together. We've still got a syndicate spaces to fill, but I really like him, and he does his first event on Friday. Josh didn't go very far down the thing. I was sort of thinking, well done, Josh, a little bit further this time, lovely. You're going to go all the way down. That's it, it's good for you, that's it, trot on. Good boy. Well done. So he's just a nice, athletic, he's 12 years old now, and my plan is to, that's fine, Josh, well done. Good boy, good running. You're sound enough, but you're still young, so that's good news. Chester, Thomas will tell you all about the breeding and everything. He's 6 years old now. And he was also bred for jumping, which is the line that we were meant to go down, but he really liked going through the water jumps and jumping ditches and things like that. So I was like, I'm going to have him. He's going to do our job because he loves it. And so he's done his first few events, and he's actually won a red rosette each time. That doesn't mean that's going to continue for too long. We're well aware that every day is a new day, huh? Pressure's on. Pressure's on. Every day's a new day, but he has taken to it, and he's an exciting horse. He's a great character. I jump him in this bridle. They're bred for jumping, so they are quite different to the more thoroughbred horses that I'm used to. The canters are big and they're very powerful. They're bred for power, to obviously jump the metre 60 jumps. So when that kicks in, when his turbo kicks in and he decides, "Rah, I'm going," he's quite a good bit of horse for me. So I have to upgrade slightly from a snaffle to make sure I keep him on the way that I'm going. I was going to give him a work him in and then pop him round. Of course, with this, it's good that he has you guys in here, because they're young horses. They're like, well, easily distracted and things like that. And it's good that he gets going. Then we were going to go and do a splash of the cross-country water jump and a couple of jumps out there. Good boy. You've got to be a model. If you're going to be any good, you've got to get used to that. And then I would have been all right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.